stand.
Hey, YouTube, here with
Ryan Levine.
And what'd you just do?
Top 32 YCS Niagara with Thunder Dragon.
Nice. So what'd you, let's just go over day one and how you ended first real quick.
Went 8-0 day one, and then 1-1 day two, so ended third after Swiss, then got demolished in top 32.
Against what?
Game three, we were in time because game two ended in time, so you can't draw, so they make us play game three, and it's like old time rules sort of because there's no draws.
Yeah.
It was his last turn, and I'm like, all right, I don't think he can win. My board is Colossus, Titan. He goes summon guy, econ, anchor, takes all four of my monsters and attacks, and I was like,
all right, that guy deserves to win the YCS.
Yes, and I was like, yes,
deserves to win the YCS.
Yeah, so yes is all I can say.
All right, so let's get into
So I think a lot of builds of like OCG and online people like don't play good cards. So 3 Thunder Dragons, like a lot of this is like 3 Roar. There's reasons for this. I think a lot of people only play 2 because it's like not good to draw, but we just play more cards. Like I just put more cards in my deck that are good to draw with this. Yeah. So like yes, like this is like not good to draw unless you have a combo card with it, but we played a lot more combo cards for this card basically.
Yeah.
3 Dark, 3 Hawk, 3 Matrix. Then the normal summons were 2 Battery Man. This card was just like the worst card in my deck the whole event. It just, because of other cards in this deck, it just like, basically the problem with this deck is there's a lot of redundancy. Like all of these guys are hard once per turns. So it doesn't matter if your hand is 6 ways to summon Thunder Dragon Roar, you can only use its effect once.
Yeah.
And you can only search off Dark once. So like you can't get access to all the cards you need with the generic cards. Like at the end of the day, sometimes you do have to hard draw some of them.
Yeah.
So when you draw this, like it gives you access to one, but you usually just already have access to it. Because the only card, like that sounds weird, but like basically the only real like extenders in the deck are Thunder Dragon Fusion.
Yeah.
And this card searches either Hawk or Thunder Dragon Fusion, and you have to pick one.
Yeah.
And like this can put 10 of these in your graveyard or 10 of these in your graveyard. It doesn't matter. Like, it's kind of hard to explain, but there's just like a lot of overlap.
Right.
So this card is just like less good. 2 Denko against Striker. This card is a godsend. You like need this. So this is to search off Fusion on your next turn, and then you just draw and kill all weekend. Ember, we're playing Brilliant Fusion, and 2 because we're playing Desire, so you don't want to banish them.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this is just like a Thunder monster, so most of the time these are just the same card. Because like the thing you said, like as dumb as that sounds, a lot of the time you just summon it and just link it away into a guy and like did a very similar purpose to this if you have like, if your hand is by any means playable, other than specifically if like Solar and Hawk are just like your only 2 playable cards. That's the only time Solar is like actually really, really good. And Solar is also just the only card in your deck that can get ogred. So if they have ogre, they'll ogre every single time.
Once and it hurt.
I got ogred every time I summoned Solar. It got ogred, except like, I mean, it sounds dumb to be like Solar's bad because it gets ogred, but it's like it literally just turns a dead card in their deck that a lot of people are playing.
Just live.
Just make it live in a way that hurts you a lot. Like I would rather just play Brilliant Fusion basically.
Yes.
So don't think of it as I'm only playing 2 Solars. Think of it as I'm playing 5 Solars, but 3 of them are just better.
Yeah.
That's how I think about it.
Plus it just combos with Fusion.
Yeah, this sets up your grave very nicely, and doesn't use your normal summon like Solar, so you're free to use your normal summon on something like Denko. So you Denko and then Brilliant Fusion, it's just great. You Brilliant Fusion and then summon Matrix, and that's just better, actually just all the time better value than Solar because you just search Matrix straight up.
Yeah.
This is just a crazy one. We play Gem Knight Prismora, not Seraph Knight, and Thunder Gem Knight. You need this one, not Tourmaline, because this is a Gemini. So you can set it, and then it's treated as an effect monster when it's set, and then you contribute it to summon Colossus. So Tourmaline is not the good one. You need that one, basically.
That's cool.
3 Brilliant Fusion. 3 Instant Fusion. Basically, if you draw Brilliant Fusion plus Roar, it ends on triple Colossus. If you do Instant Fusion plus Roar, it's like 2, and if you have any other like combo piece, then it's usually 3. So, or it's 2 Colossus and Titan if your combo piece is this.
It's also just not in the mirror. We'll get over that.
Oh yeah. Then Thunder Dragon Fusion, I played 3, everyone else was playing 1 or 2. I think this card is just with, we played Desires, so we just wanted to like max out on most things so we didn't just lose access to them.
Did you ever banish like 3?
But, no, I never banished 3. I banished 2 a few times, but like that doesn't really mean anything. But it's like, this is just another card that's like, if you have a way to play, it's better to draw this than to draw like another redundant searcher like Cold Sark. It sounds dumb to say, but a lot of the times I didn't activate this card turn 1. If your hand is even remotely playable, that means you probably have access to Roar from like one of your other 30 cards that give you access to Roar.
Yeah.
And then Roar gives you access to Dark, so you've just used all your good effects.
Yeah.
And there's nothing else to Gold Sark. So you just hold this for next turn, which is like fine, but it, because next turn it's like a really good starter, but it's just not. It's not as broken as I think people.
You ever
think.
get to a game where you added the card?
No,
back?
never.
Yeah,
I never added the card I banished off of Gold Sark to my hand. Not one time. Desires, whatever. And then hand traps. We're kind of like running low on space. 3 Ash 2 impermanence. I think this card is like all around whatever. This card is very average.
Yeah.
But against the mirror specifically, I think you need it because Titan can trigger off of your opponent's Thunder Dragon effects. So when they have a Titan, you just like can't play.
Yeah.
You just can't play.
Play half the time.
Yeah.
Later. Yeah.
So you just need to impermanence their Titan, and then you can use effects, and it's usually fine. So Prismora, as mentioned previously, this card's really good.
Thunder Fusion. So
it's a Thunder type, so you can banish it and summon Titan. Also, it has another effect. If you hard draw the other Amber, which happens a lot, which not a lot, but like 30% of the time, I guess, whatever. You can just pitch the Amber, and this guy pops a face-up card. So if they have like an opposing multi-roll that you need to kill, it's just random utility that's...
Yeah, that's cool.
You can also search Amber off Thunder Dragon Fusion's Grave Effect.
Oh, yeah.
So one time, I did, like...
Or
there might have been a better way to do it, but...
normal Fusion itself, you
but,
can search.
No, yeah. You can search, like you can search Amber. So there was one game I had to search Amber to discard off of, like, I drew Brilliant Fusion for turn. I was like, okay, Brilliant Fusion summon, and then I had to search the other Amber and then pop their...
That's crazy.
It was just something that I needed to just like game them, and I couldn't make Titan. I just had to pop that. It was really weird.
That was weird, but
it was like a very odd game state. I think I like desires some like weird stuff away, so I was like out of resources. 3 Colossus, 3 Titan. Yeah, you need this with Prismora and whatever because you just go into a lot. And then the instant fusion stuff. When you go second in the mirror, you need to take with You take their Colossus or you force their Titan with Thousand Eyes, which is pretty good. Link Reba for Thousand Eyes, Summon Source. This card's just like not good. This doesn't. This card, I summoned this. I think it was one time when I messed up, and it would have just been better if I didn't summon it.
I summoned it twice.
So that was it.
I did summon it off of this and Landforlinkus.
Yeah. And then Unicorn.
Good card.
Landforlinkus. You need this for like random interactions with like Ibli or like random summon sort things that like don't actually come up, but like in theory might. You need this. And then 2 of these.
This,
yeah. Do that. Oh yeah, or if you have Thousand Eyes and Link Rebo, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So side deck, 2 Twin. This is my only background removal. I didn't play Reboot anything. If I played against Geist, better have it. I don't think the Geist matchup is as bad as people say. If you read anything online, they'll tell you that Geist is like 90-10 in Geist's favor. In actuality, it's probably like 70-30. And if you go first, I think you're favored.
I think if you open Titan. And
if you open Titan Colossus, they need to open...
If you have this and Titan, you just win.
Yeah, they need to open so specifically to contest, like, people say, like, oh, Maliseek Send or, like, Bounce with Sulcoius. If I go first, summon Colossus, Titan, which this deck does literally every time, like, so often, Road Vision is so good, you just pop the Maliseek.
Yeah.
Like, the only way for them to win is they have to literally hard draw Impermanence Faker Maliseek to Impermanence Titan, bounce 1 with Sulcoius, and then Maliseek, but, like, they never, that's just not real. That's, like, that's a 3-card combo of, like, cards and they can't search, so it just doesn't,
Alright.
This is going second against combo decks. Danger, Goki, Darklaw, Heroes, whatever. Oh, I left these at home and I had to borrow some. Very, very odd.
Right.
Yeah. 3 Rivalry going first. It stops Kaijus, Lava Golem, Sphere Mode, and it's just already a floodgate against a lot of decks, so it's fine. Order, going first, you want that. This was the side for the mirror. This card's awful. This card just has way less utility than either of these cards that I just wish I'd played a third Mind Control. It's whatever. I just think that Mind Control just seems better. This had random overlap against like not real decks, like no actual meta decks, but I played like a Nordic round 4, and he just like summoned like the big Nordic synchros, and I was like, I guess.
This is just
and then I Medion'd them, and I'm like, that was neat. Like I don't think I had a way to kill them otherwise, which is kind of funny. But yeah,
cool. So any
that's about
small
it.
Changes besides like the super poly?
I think I would just change the side. I'd find a way to put Bell in my deck somehow. I think Bell's pretty good. I underestimated that card. I'd want to play Gustav Max somewhere. I might just cut Sorcerers and play Gustav Max. That just seems like
the second one for this never came up for me.
It's if you Mind Control in the mirror. If you Mind Control like a Colossus or a Titan, you need to link it away into something. That's
you can also make Medion with or Medion can make the Gustav.
Is it level 10?
Yeah, they are.
Neat.
Yeah.
Yeah, very good.
All right, so thanks.
Yeah, that's about it. Shout out to ARG. There's another deck profile that was like a little more in depth. If you want to skip to the end of that, there's like a cool combo I did with Brilliant Fusion. Yeah, link below.
Yeah.
But
yeah. All right, thanks.